So if you want to make more money and make a profit of 90,000 USD by making a profit in your company of 100,000, but only having in the beginning an expensive of 10,000, watch this video to the end. And also the 9% corporate tax, 0% personal income tax, and if you're doing personal trading, stock market, crypto, tax-free. Well, let me break it down to you. So you're thinking to relocate to another country, open a business, travel the world, and you're doing online coaching or consultation, you're an influencer, you're doing something on TikTok, on Instagram. It's possible to do this. How does it work? Now, what does that number mean, and that number and that number? So now you're making 100,000 US dollar profit in your home country, depending on where you're living, how much taxes you're paying, other expenses you have, maybe it's 20, 30, 40% tax, and you have personal income tax as well, which maybe will leave you with 30, 40,000 profit. Now think about that. You're making that, but in the end you will have 90,000. That's for the first year once you establish your company, your residency, your bank account. What's this fee? That fee includes the license process, the visa, your bank accounts, and everything else. About 6,000 plus your travel expenses. So you would have to come here, stay about 1-2 weeks in Dubai. Your flight maybe is about 1,000 USD, or you can also check for a cheaper airline. And then your hotel or Airbnb, which is maybe roughly about 2,000. I kept this number quite high, so it's 10,000 in the end. And now imagine you're making that money here. You're already making a business in another country, but then you're going to bring that business here and you're going to invoice your clients. So you're making this 100,000 in the first year. It will leave you with 90,000 profit in your pocket, cash. Recurring years, the value will be less. So that will be less. So the renewal will be about, depending on which license activity you're going with, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5,000 a year. And then you will only have the bookkeeping. That also depends on how many transactions you're doing in the financial audit report. But maybe break it down maybe to 6,000 to 9,000 a year, which you have. But it still will leave you with 90,000. Now imagine you're making 200,000 USD profit. You will still get that 0% because this 100,000, say 100,000, 102,000 USD, there's a threshold of 375,000 AED in the UAE. That's the 0%. Now, if you're making 200,000 USD profit, but you're paying yourself a salary out and you have other expenses, and the salary is going to your personal account as a salary, there's no taxes to be paid. So you're still making this 100,000 plus this 100,000 profit, and you only have the expenses, for example, of this license or the visa every 2 years. But you can live here, or you can live in Bali or Malaysia or anywhere else you wanted, or travel the world, which many people are doing, and still operating the business globally and getting the money on Stripe or on PayPal or on the business bank account or personal bank account. So you see the advantages, and there's no personal income tax. And now if you're doing the personal trading, you can get the same thing and you can have it cashed out into your personal bank account tax-free, or you can go to a crypto exchange company and exchange your crypto to money tax-free as well. This is all legally and officially allowed in the UAE, so you could also do the same thing, same setup. Even if you don't want to get the business license, you can also just go with a golden visa. The easiest way is to get a property investment, which is about 4,000 USD for the residency. It's a 10-year golden visa, and then you just have to purchase the property. Can help you on that as well. Minimum requirement is 500,000 USD, and you get the 10-year golden visa, and you can open your personal bank account as well. You wouldn't need the license, and then you wouldn't have this renewal in the end. You would just renew your residency every 2 years. Between that, you have no other costs, depending on utilities or apartments or lifestyle or anything else. But if you're living somewhere else, you wouldn't have any other costs actually involved here. So pretty easy compared now to other countries, such as Germany, for example, and you're doing some business and you're a freelancer as well. You know yourself, you have this taxes to be paid, you have other expenses you have to pay to the government or something, which is going to reduce. And even you're invoicing clients, you can't invoice that much, and then you have other fees, you have to be careful what you're doing. So the system is pretty easy as you're doing some online business, especially the online business consultancy, or you're doing personal online coaching, or you're selling masterminds or courses or anything else, or you're doing some online things on Instagram or some other platforms where you're selling yourself. You can get the money also here tax-free. A lot of clients are doing that. And you can still stay here and you can travel the world, as I mentioned. And the setup is pretty easy. So what you get the license, you get your residency, your personal and business bank account, you convert your driving license, for example. So this is what I'm doing here as well. I have a business in Germany, which I'm operating from here, an e-commerce business. I'm paying legally my taxes there, but I'm here legally like a resident, and I also have my 2 companies here, what we are doing now, where I'm helping people to relocate here, to open the business, to make a tax-free, friendly lifestyle, to enjoy the life, to invest the money into the property or in the business or for the family. So you could also do that. Now just look at the numbers again. This 100,000 minus the 10,000, 90,000. Now look at your account or your expenses you have now in your home country. What's left? Is there anything left? And now imagine you're going to set this thing up here within 2 weeks staying here. 1 week before that, you have to send documents in, get everything approved. No issue, you fly here. And now, if you're coming here, do it, and then you go to Thailand, Bali, Malaysia, what a life you can live there, a luxury life, a lot cheaper, getting a nice villa in Bali for $500 a month. Food, everything else is very cheap, renting a scooter, renting a car. You can have maybe expenses of $2,000 US. You can watch these videos on YouTube, going to Kuala Lumpur or going to Bangkok or Phuket or something. Amazing places. I also been there. Of course, my goal is also maybe to work there for 2-3 months, but at the moment I can't because I'm here doing my businesses here. So I'm very involved in this, and here I just can meet and engage with a lot of business people and helping you also to make the step. 5 years ago, I came here myself. You can also watch videos about that. I also posted some German videos. I was just recently back in Germany. So you can see all my experiences. I'm not just telling you something. I went through everything, and I also didn't make the jump since 5 years ago. I should have done it much earlier, but I didn't know how. I was scared, I was frightened, I was stuck in this mindset. People around me, they're all the same. No one wants to change, no one wants to hustle, no one wants to grow. So when you have the surroundings around you, you stay. You don't know there's something else, but once you do make the jump, everything is possible, and you realize, especially when you come to the UE, and we have a lot of clients from very crazy countries, as Caribbean, Ibiza, but they go to Ibiza or they go to London, but they still come here somehow. They come back. They always come back more and more and more, and then they do fully relocate. They already have the business here. They opened it with us, get the residency, the bank accounts, and everything else. But then they still come here. Yeah, I think it's just the weather. It's a lifestyle. It's a convenience. It's safe. It's everything combined. And the thing is, it's very easy to just jump on the plane and then just fly into the UAE, which makes it so simple. If you go with Emirates, it's a bit more expensive, of course, depending on where you're flying from, but there's also a lot of cheaper airlines you can fly. You just have to have a 1 stop or 2 stop, or you're just longer in the air in the end. So you can see, and even Dubai now is not that expensive anymore. You can really get a pretty decent, like cheap hotels, Airbnb, because there's so many here. So it's not like years ago was just like for the luxury. I remember that myself. You want to, like in Germany, when you go where it's cold, most people, they went to Egypt for an all-inclusive holiday. But now it's like also they coming to Dubai because the prices are very, very comfortable in the end, and you have the weather, you have the lifestyle. And the thing is, what makes UAE so special, you're going to a holiday destination, but you also have the convenience, or the better convenience, as in your home country, as if you go into the gym, you go into the shopping malls, the cinemas, you have all these things combined. So if you're traveling now, for example, just to a holiday destination, Thailand or Bali, there is nothing else. So it's just like a holiday destination in the end. It's boring. So that's the thing, you can have here a nice holiday at the beaches, and you can still travel or drive into the downtown, which is about 20 minutes if you're staying in Palm Jumeirah. So these things also come into fact. So just get these numbers back, and if you go into doing some personal trading or crypto, you can get the golden visa, get your personal bank account, we can do that for you, and then you have the tax-free trading. If not, you can also go with the business license, and just, it's an investment. So the money you're investing for about 6,000 USD with the whole package is an investment. You're getting that back very, very quickly. Now think about that. If you're making 10 or 20,000, how much money you're giving away monthly to the government. So if you're not sure, just go below, go on the link, book that call with me. I give you my guidance. We can set up everything for you very smoothly and very easy, and get the ball rolling for you to enjoy a crazy life.